Live from the Business RadioX studio inside Renaissance Bank, the bank that specializes in understanding you. It's time for North Fulton Business Radio.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of North Fulton Business Radio. I'm John Ray, and we folks are broadcasting from inside Renaissance Bank in beautiful Alpharetta. Folks, if you're looking for the best bank in Georgia, that's not just my opinion. That's actually what Time Magazine's Money.com has to say about Renaissance Bank. And that's a survey that they did, and those were the results, that Renaissance is the best bank in Georgia. Now, the way you find out whether that's the case is go to renaissancebank.com and find your local office and give them a call and make an appointment and come in to see them. I think you'll be glad you did. And I think what you'll find is it's a bank that's big enough to handle pretty much any need you can throw at them, but small enough to do it in a personal way. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, member FDIC. And now I want to welcome Elaine Moorhead. And Elaine is with Zilis Ultra. Elaine, welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to have you. Let's talk a little bit about you and Zilis Ultra. How are you serving folks out there? Tell us about Zilis Ultra.
I am serving folks by giving them what I feel is the very best CBD product on the market. It is a product that is absorbed quickly and stays in the body for up to 12 hours, different than many of them on the market today. Wow.
So I want to get into the details of the product, but you've got a personal story on why you got into this, and it's important on why you're involved with this. Tell us a little bit about that, if you would.
Yes, the reason I got into this company was because of my son. My son, quite a few months ago, was a very sad, depressed little boy. Well, not so little. He's 15. But he was one of those children that would belong to a group but not participate within the group. And that was the situation in school and in Boy Scouts. He's a Boy Scout. So rather than look to pharmaceuticals to help him, I chose CBD. And I chose this company especially because of the absorption rate into the body and how quickly it did that. So my son has been on a few of these CBD products along with some mimetics and also a probiotic. And now quite a few months later, he was the Boy Scout troop educator for the last 3 months.
Wow.
Which means that he's a totally different child. And in school, they had been studying about the POW camp for, I think, in Andersonville.
Oh, okay.
And my son raised his hand and said, I know. So the teacher called on him and asked him to please say what he knew. And he was so explicit in his explanation and detailed with all of the facts. The teacher was very kind to say, well, class, you have just had your lesson on Andersonville. The floor is open to questions.
Wow, I love that. What a great story. So you were a mom searching for a solution for your son. What led you to CBD products in general? And I guess I'm asking that just to let's educate folks about CBD and the benefits of those products.
Well, let's see. I was not very familiar with CBD at all. I had started hearing a lot of information about it. So I went to a holistic grocery store looking for some CBD, and I asked some people there, a couple of people that worked with the store and the product, about what they had and what would be the best for me. They each had a different answer. Then I went to a drugstore, a small personally owned drugstore, and asked the person behind the counter if he could tell me about the CBD CBD products that they had in their particular establishment. He could not tell me anything about it. Then I happened to have been speaking to a girlfriend of mine who was with Zilis.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to talking about catching up. I was not thinking about joining this company or getting involved with this company at all. It was the furthest thing from my mind. But she had suggested that I look into these products a little deeper. And that's what I did, especially because in looking for something that would be beneficial to me and my family, I found nothing. And nobody knew any information. They had nothing. All they could say was, well, yeah, this CBD works and you get so many milligrams with this one, but this one has a few more milligrams. And what I have come to find out because of our company, it is not the milligrams that are important. It is the absorption rate and how it is absorbed and utilized in your body. Ours is absorbed and utilized up to 94%. So when I pay $150 for a bottle of CBD, I am getting almost $150 worth of product absorbed and utilized in my body. If I buy that off the corner, I'm paying $150 and getting 3% of that product utilized in my body.
Oh, wow. So that's not something that folks really think about necessarily when they're going to buy this product.
They don't, because they all talk about milligrams. I don't know how many people have come to me and said, well, how many milligrams do you have? Mine has 1,000 milligrams. What does yours have? Well, it's not about the milligrams. It's about the absorption into your body. So our CBD products are measured in drops or droppers. Okay. The normal dose for most of our products in the hemp line are about 5 drops, 3 to 5 drops. That is about a quarter of a dropper. So many of the other companies tell you to take a dropper full or a dropper and a half. That is way too much for some of our products.
Right. I got you. So I want to back up just a second, Elaine. And for those that they don't understand, they hear the term hemp, CBD, explain the differences and what all that is, okay? Because I think there's some folks that are just learning about this.
All right. Hemp has about 400 cannabinoids. CBD is only one cannabinoid in the hemp plant. We also have CBG as a cannabinoid. We have CBC that works on overactive cells in your body. We have CBN that helps you stay asleep in the evening. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. However, I will tell you that CBD and CBG are the 2 cannabinoids that are most important for you to take. CBG, think of it like going into a very dark room, okay, because your body inside has no lights. So you're going into the room and the CBD does not really know what to do. It can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So now you take CBG first with that product, and CBG goes in and turns on the light switch. What it does, it cleans out all the receptors in your cells. And when the receptors are cleaned out, then CBD can go in and see what it needs to take care of, whether it's your elbow or your knee or your ankle or your neck or whatever, your leg. So those 2 things are primarily the most important things to get started with. Okay. They bring your body into balance. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can go from there with other cannabinoids. Like I said, CBC, CBN, the other things.
Right. Right. Got it. That's helpful. I appreciate you going through all that because that's a little confusing for me, and I thought it might be some for other folks out there. So you settled on Zilis Ultra as the best alternative for your son to deal with some of the social anxiety issues, I guess that is what you're describing there, it sounds like. Talk about some of the other uses for this product.
Well, we have a new product called Glow, and it delivers in a pixie stick 3 times the normal dose of CBD, along with some other cannabinoids and things. I don't have the list in front of me, so I can't read you the ingredients. Mm-hmm. However, this particular product was done with government assistance, all right, with the National Institutes of Health, and with a double-blind placebo study overseen by the Mayo Clinic for 90 days. Mm. So this product now has written proof about the things that they are saying. And the things they are saying are, this particular product, Glow, it's called, reduces inflammation markers in the body. And inflammation is the silent killer in your body. Okay. Mm-hmm. It is the cause of many of the internal, immune deficiencies that we have. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. It also helps with situational stress. In my house, we don't have that anymore. It also helps with weight loss. It also helps with lowering A1C levels. It helps with, what are some of the other? With sleep. It allows the body to improve its REM sleep by over 300% in this 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So those things I think are very important to our health, and improving your immune system, making that stronger is especially important with the things that we have going on, as far as the flu, the COVID, et cetera.
Sure. Exactly. Folks, we're here chatting with Elaine Moorhead. Elaine is with Zilis Ultra. So, are any other reasons that you could give us? You mentioned absorption as one. That's a pretty big one. Any other reasons why you settled on Zilis Ultra to represent this product?
Well, I found that this company it's a little more than 6 years old. It is debt-free, and they are one of the most transparent companies I have seen. Along with that, their board of directors has some of the most renowned people in the hemp industry. Mm. We have Joy Beckerman, who is probably the most renowned person to talk about hemp in the United States. We have Muriel Weintraub. She is the president of the United States Hemp Authority. Those are the kinds of people we have on our board of directors. All of them have licenses. There's doctors and scientists, but they all have a license they could lose. So if they are not being honest and transparent with what they're doing, they could lose their license and not be able to practice anymore. That is extremely important when looking to partner with a company.
Oh, yeah. Products. Yeah, I can see that for sure. So the products themselves, how are they administered? I mean, what form do they come in?
They come in 2 different forms.
Okay.
You can get a lot of them in a powder form. The majority of the hemp products are delivered in liquid form. Our liquid form is water absorbable or dissolve or whatever. It dissolves in water. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
It is not an oil. It's considered an oil, but the advanced technology that our company has allowed it to be absorbed into the water and mixed with it. That's how it is actually absorbed into your body. Okay.
Got it.
And it will start in your esophagus and then trickle down to everything in your body, which is lovely. The other way it's delivered is in powder form. So we have mimetics that are in liquid and powder, and we have CBD that is in liquid and powder. We also have liquid vitamins. I like those. Those are great. And and the Glow comes in a pixie stick. So it's pre-measured. You don't have to do anything but dump that in your mouth, dump it right underneath my tongue.
I love it. Wow. A lot here, folks, from Elaine Moorhead from Zilis Ultra. Elaine, this has been fun. Lots of great information, and I really appreciate you coming in to share it with us. I'm sure at this point, hearing your personal story and hearing what you've got to educate folks on, that there are folks that want to be in touch. So let's tell them how they can do that.
Well, you can go to my website. My website is glowwithelaine.com, or you can leave me a text message with my telephone number, which is 407-716-1173. Those are the best ways to get in touch with me.
Terrific. Elaine Moorhead, Zilis Ultra. Elaine, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Hey, folks, just a quick reminder. If you want a unique way to do a team building activity with your team at work, or maybe you've got a church group or some other group that you'd like to treat on a team building activity, A&S Culinary Concepts is a cool way to do that. They're a culinary studio, but they do corporate team building events where you stand around the table and season meat and cut up vegetables and have a lot of fun. And the executive chef there, Andrew Traub, he's terrific. His whole team, they do a great job, and it's something different and a lot of fun. Now, they also do corporate catering, and they've got Big Green Egg boot camps, and there's a lot there that they offer. And the best way to find out about it is to go to their website, asculinaryconcepts.com, or just call Andrew, 678-336-9196, and tell him I sent you. And I think you'll be glad you called him. And folks, just a quick reminder, North Fulton Business Radio is on all the major podcast apps. North Fulton Business Radio is the search term to find us on Apple, Google, and Spotify, and all the major podcast apps. We would love it if you would subscribe and share the show. That helps get the great word out on entrepreneurs and business leaders in our community, like Elaine, who do great work, and we want that work to be celebrated and to be found. So if you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. So for my guest, Elaine Moorhead, I'm John Ray. Join us next time here on North Fulton Business Radio.